freaking love this song, yo.
I want you by my side, so that I'll never feel alone again. They've always been.
Hi, guys! You know me, I like to listen to music that makes me feel good and have fun and have something to say, or maybe just get you moving and grooving and having a great time. So, third podcast underway. Feeling really pumped up about it. Getting a lot of positive feedback. Y'all are the bomb. So thank you. Definitely boosting me up. But let's talk about something that has been an issue for a few years with me. And I'd like to think that I'm on the up and up of it and on the opposite end of the spectrum of the problem. But it's something that needs to be addressed. And I feel like some people recognize it and some people don't. So let's talk. Let's work on loving our fellow female, loving our fellow lady, and just uplifting women around us. It seems like, especially in the sales world, women across the board are just catty and malicious, or they get super, super jealous. They don't like to admit it. You'll find out when it comes to finding your sales kind of snaked from you, or maybe some little knickknacks in your office are gone. Super petty, I know, and it's like, sis, we're not in high school. It's not an episode of Mean Girls. Get your life. This is a job. Focus on you. But sometimes it's not that easy to say. And so we're left just kind of looking at each other and doing the fakey, nice, hey girl, hey, what's up, sis? Type thing to their face. And then it just, behind the scenes is sabotage. Not good. Why can't we just all learn to work together so we can all be successful? Especially when it comes to sales. I don't know if it's, selling insurance or mortgage sales or whatever the case may be. I know the auto world. So in the auto world, women are few in between. So it's like when you have one and you're neck to neck or you're toe to toe going for the up or just chasing the unit board, it's tough when you're surrounded by a bunch of dudes and everyone wants to be the girl that shines bright and beats all the boys. Versus on the flip side of that, you have your management team. God bless them. They're boosting you up, maybe pinning you guys against one another, because they want to see you both move the needle. And competition is good for sales, right? Because more sales, more money. But what does that do to the culture? And is there a way as leaders we can encourage people, not just females, but people to be extremely competitive, but also respect boundaries and to uplift those around them at the same time? It's totally doable. I've done it. I've seen it. But I've had lots of situations where I failed at it. Real shit, real life. But looking back, it's like, especially that now that I'm getting older and I'm seeing just these young people step into the auto world, especially young women, I get so freaking excited instantly. I'd open the door for a new sales girl coming in, grabbing keys at a different store. I'd never seen her before. And I'm just like, hey, what's up? What's your name? What store are you from? Oh, I'm from XYZ store. And it's like, oh, really? What do you do there? You sell cars? Yeah, I just started. But, and then they're kind of that face. It's like, gritting the teeth, like they just saw something really inappropriate that they'd rather wipe away from their brain type of face. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're like, not too sure about it yet face. And it's in those moments where true female boss-ass bitches and leaders will notice that, recognize it, and build her up. Boost her up. Congratulate her for trying. Thank you for being there. High five her. Yeah, girl, let's do it. And that's the type of little society that needs to happen within different workplaces when you do have a couple of people that might be a little bit diverse and not your typical type of salesperson. So it's very easy for a woman to feel shunned or not part of the group or just super uncomfortable because there's a big, how do I say this? There is a big, at least in my area here in the Midwest, there is a big political correctiveness problem within car dealerships. And it's fine. Some people are okay with that and some people are not. And I know a lot of people on LinkedIn are completely against it. Just 100% no way. Allie, you shouldn't even say bitch, things like that. And that's fine. Everyone can have their own opinion. The way that I am has a lot to do with the things that I have been through and the environments that I've, thrived in, succeeded in, and adapted to. And not an excuse, but I like to curse. But not an excuse not to build up your fellow female and make her feel even more shunned out of an industry that already isn't super inviting to her. It should be. And I'm not speaking as a whole because I know some dealerships and dealer groups are super open-minded and innovative when it comes to having women salespeople as well as women in leadership roles. Not that easy. Because as women, we're also built a lot differently when it comes to emotions and emotional intelligence and negotiations and the way that we care about people. And this is a conversation I was having with somebody that I had an interview with yesterday is, in the auto world, it's tough to bring up, I feel like with me being a woman, I can bring so much to the table and just going to come in here and, fucking crush it and make friends with everybody and people are going to love me and I'm going to love them. I might even bake some cookies. But the real story is that is the real story. So why hide from it? And I feel like with it being like a big elephant in the room with women being very, very good in this field, but not super encouraged to join it or even stay in it is really discouraging. So I think that women should be super excited about how the auto industry is growing. I think that women should be very, very communicative when it comes to expressing the situations that they've been in, as long as it's not shitting on, who shot John. But be real about it so that other women coming up in it, when they have a situation that arises, they don't feel, like they're an alien or that it's completely segregated against them and this is just new shit because of them. I mean, a lot of us have been through the same stuff and you have to just brush it off and learn from it, gather your senses, and then come back, revisit the situation and have a conversation and both figure out how to grow from it. So, like I said, with everybody being very much, girls can't do this, girls can't do that in the auto world. In the past, I think it's super, super cool how people are moving forward with an open mind, so to speak. I ran into a lady when I was in the business office, and it's funny because they kept texting me and emailing me after the fact to try to add things onto their vehicle and look for another truck for her husband. And I was not their salesperson. But the connection that we made in the business office and the trust and the way that they felt so comfortable with the whole experience left them with a feeling of still wanting to be connected with me, which is super cool. And that's what being in this business and seeing the flip side and the positive side of the business is so cool and super, super rewarding. But the cool thing that she said too was she just said, I will not do business with anyone that's not a female salesperson, because I did business for years with men, and nothing against dudes, but with her experience and her life and her situation with buying cars and purchasing cars and leases and shit like that. The one time she ran into a female salesperson a couple years ago, completely flipped the script. And she will trump the loyalty factor for the dealership all in all, just to make sure that she shops with a female. And hey, kudos to that female, whoever she definitely did work with her previous purchase that left her feeling that way. Hey, they really gave her a knockout, fantastic fucking experience. And that's how cool the auto business can be. And that's definitely the future. So I think that's a great thing. And that we should be more open to sharing those situations as well, to let people know there is light at the end of the tunnel. And hey, girl, it might be really tough in the beginning, standing out front of, an F-250 with the hood popped, a 55, 65-year-old farmer who's purchased 15 F-250s. And he's looking at you like you're supposed to tell him something, And although you might not have all of the knowledge, you have some knowledge, and you might be apprehensive to even give him some of that because of the intimidation factor and things like that. But you just got to get in there, get your boots on, try it out, and a lot of times you'll be pleasantly surprised. But we have to keep pushing the envelope, and we have to keep testing boundaries and smile and do it with grace. And we can get down with the best of them, curse, talk the talk, but make sure you're walking the walk and make sure you're walking in the right direction culturally, so other women will feel comfortable joining. So that's the cool part about being sales and being a woman in sales or any type of sales. But I do feel like there's a disconnect with the camaraderie factor from lady to lady. So as I was saying, y'all, let's learn to love our fellow lady and do less of the, she probably did this, that, and the other to get to that spot. Right? It's nastiness. Don't be a hater. Put the haterade down. But definitely build them up. Say, you know what? I did see her pitch one time on this and that. She's cold, man. There's some areas of opportunity. I'll give her that. She ain't perfect, but she's rocking it, and she's going to get it. And I want to see there, and I want to be right there next to her, take her out for drinks afterward. That's the type of female leader I think we all should be shooting toward being. Then it'll be a lot easier for more women to feel comfortable with joining the bandwagon and jumping aboard. So, Allie Owens, over and out. I'm going to hop off for now, guys. I have a ton of material that I put together. I'm so excited to just let it ride and piece it together and see what everyone's, thinking about the weekend and different struggles that you guys are working through at work. If you want me to talk about them, or if you just want to shoot me an email and talk just one-on-one, get some feedback on something, definitely let me know. But we are going to get out of here and enjoy our Friday. Bye, guys. So Woo! Happy Friday, y'all. Have a safe weekend. Your heart is too strong. Anyway, we need to fetch back the time. I do not own copyrights to this music. Not a singer. But I am a dancer. So here I go. We can bring it on.